Tackling the climate crisis can seem like a massive thing that's really challenging to take on. You know, you think that you have to be a climate scientist or an expert to do that, but what we find is typically actually you can break it down into 5 steps. The first one is getting organisational buy-in. So who in your organisation needs to be on board in order for you to take this on. The second thing is you need to understand where you're at. So you need to look at how many carbon emissions are you actually producing. And then the next thing to do is to tackle the kind of low-hanging fruit. And when we talk about that, it's often things like how are your facilities powered, what kind of light globes are you using, all those sorts of things that we think about when we think about climate action. The fourth step is to tackle the trickier stuff. So those are things that can't be solved in such short time frames, or they're going to require bigger investments or bigger decisions. And then finally, the piece that we really try and talk about a lot in the sporting space is telling the story. Sport has so much power, not just to tackle its own emissions, but to bring millions and millions of people along on that journey, lifting all of our climate ambition.